This is Katie, co-host of Coffee with Keith and Katie. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Dr. Mariah White, host of Your Life Matters, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Your Life Matters, where we talk about dreaming big and dreaming bold to reach your wildest dreams in both your health and your happiness. A new show comes out every single Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Your Life Matters. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And when we bring what's within us out into the world, miracles happen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Welcome to Choose to Rise. Welcome to Public House Media. Today we are talking about 3 levels of motivation. And today I want to challenge you to think about what level of motivation are you at? Where do you get stuck? Where and why do you not keep going in life to figure out where you're going? What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And when we bring what was within us out into the world, miracles happen. This is going to be a fantastic day. And if you want to connect with me more, if you love Choose to Rise, if you are like, girl, I got to get more of this in my life, I would love for you to go to chooseToRiseUp.com, check out my story, check out more about me, find more episodes of Choose to Rise, and make sure you hit subscribe there. You can also find us on Facebook at Choose to Rise Up. Okay, into content. Let's talk about the 3 levels of motivation and how and why you are stuck and where you're at today. So there are 3 levels of motivation. I want you to think about and I want you to picture a fire as we're talking about this, okay? And there are 3 levels. You begin with a spark, right? Every fire begins with a spark. Whether you're rubbing 2 stones together, you're really putting a lot of action into it. That spark is started with ambition. That spark is started with some expectations. That spark is started with some desires. There are some things that kind of get stirred up in you, or ideas that get planted, or things that get moving in a way that helps you get that spark started. So whether you're, if you're actually making a fire, you're rubbing 2 sticks together, you're maybe hitting some flint, you're doing whatever, you got to put some effort into it. You get excited about something, and that's that spark. The second piece is the flame that comes from that spark. And the flame is where most people get trapped in life. It's where most people, put all of their attention and all of their effort. It takes so much to get going. And then the flame starts, and then they sit and they just stay there. But what happens if you could fan that flame and you could move to the 3rd level of motivation of bonfire, of like really changing your attitude and really changing the momentum and your entire environment and the people that you surround yourself with, and really build yourself into something amazing, something great, something that's going to help not only fuel more fire and spread the positivity, spread into the other areas of your life, but also light other fires and be a part of something amazing. To stay motivated, to find that motivation, it needs to be sparked by a deep desire within you. It's like an internal button that gets pushed that kind of sets things into motion. Or if you're thinking about, some of those the things that like you do like a domino kind of effect, like people set up things that like maybe kick the can over, which starts the ball rolling, which hits the button, which drops the thing, that motivation is that spark that's lit inside of you that starts into a flame that gets built into a bonfire. And when you can when you can bring your inner warrior out, when you can really move forward with that and fan that flame, it forces, your, that drive, that fearlessness, that inspired part of you that keeps things going. And the goal that you set yourself is just that little bit of spark. And if you fan it enough, if you give it enough attention, if you give it enough energy, and you move forward with the 5 C's that I'm going to continue to talk about today, that motivation is going to be bolstered and boosted by your courage, by your confidence, by your commitment, by your clarity, and by challenge. And I often, another concept I want to think about with this is something Brendan Burchard brings up all the time when you listen to him, and something I've learned from him, is the confidence competence loop. So if you're watching me here, like, you kind of make a figure 8 with your finger, and it's the confidence is on one side and competence is on the other side. And in the middle of that, where it would intersect, or like a figure 8, where that middle point is where the struggle happens, where your confidence is moving, but then maybe you don't know enough yet. So because you're not competent yet. So then when you get more competence, now you move into more confidence. And then but that point in the middle is where people struggle. That's where people get stuck. That's where the flame starts to dwindle, is because you stop there instead of continuing to move. And so the more you can get competent, the more confidence you'll gain, the more you'll feel good about yourself and keep moving. So let's talk about the 5 C's. It's going to take some courage. It's going to take some confidence. It's going to take some commitment, clarity, and challenge to keep you moving forward. So what are these 5 C's? Well, the courage is not an inability to stop you from achieving your ambition. That's fear. Fear is a loss of, fear is failure. Fear is wasteful energy that keeps you stuck and ground down. And it always takes 2 steps back when you really want to go in. And the real reality is there is no failure. There's only learning moments. And when you change the way you look at something, it changes the way it looks, right? And so if you're always looking at things that go wrong as a failure, if you're always looking at things that go wrong as something bad, that's how they're going to look and that's how they're going to feel. But instead, maybe if you looked at those failures as a learning experience and something that can feed your courage and feed your strength and kind of be a ray of sunshine and power into your heart and mind, then that's going to take courage is going to replace fear in your heart. And it's going to be an easy choice for you to decide that you want to keep moving forward, that you're going to move continuously into that confidence loop to get back to the competence loop. That's kind of a tongue twister at this time of day. And really just help you keep moving forward. So courage is what's going to keep you going. All right. It's going to keep you moving in that path, and it's going to get you rock and rolling. Your confidence is your own abilities, allows you to push past obstacles, move through invisible walls, and break down barriers. It is believing within yourself that you have what it takes, that you can reach your goal, that you can create, that you can light your own way, that you can fan that flame and make it brighter, that you can build yourself up from inside, and that nothing external can leave a lasting mark on you. And that it kind of nudges you forward out of that familiar place, out of that comfort zone, and helps you take more action, helps guide yourself into the strongest places inside of you. And that builds that self-belief, and that builds that confidence and that intrinsic drive to go after those things. It builds that ambition, it builds those expectations, and really sets you up for a positive experience. To take action and guide yourself from the strongest place to continue to move forward. It's kind of like a battery in a car, in that when it's fully charged, it takes you a long ways. But when it starts to dwindle a little bit, you have to recharge it. You have to push on the gas and get that alternator going in your life. So self-confidence is something that you shape and you build upon layer in the mastery of your own work. So you have to build that confidence. You have to fan that flame. You have to really keep moving forward. The external world is not going to be what's going to help give you confidence. Now you can borrow some belief for a while, but you have to have the own belief in yourself if you're going to stay committed, which is the next C. You have to have that own belief in yourself if you're going to keep going forward. Now, I would say that when I started this journey, when I started my self-confidence and self-worth journey here, I would say that I borrowed a lot of confidence from people. I let other people pour belief into me and telling me that I was capable, I was confident, I was able to do the things that I was wanting to do. We've achieved some really big goals in our business and our life the last couple of years, and it took some confidence from other people, some belief from other people to make those dreams happen. When my battery got low, I leaned in on other people to make those things happen. But I also needed to stay committed to what was happening in my world. So that next C is commitment. Staying committed despite the fears, the knockdowns, the failures, the things that went wrong in life. Staying committed during the wrong turns and the truth of success. Commitment says that you did not give up no matter what, no matter how hard the journey became. You stuck to it and you endured the long and difficult road because it was necessary. It was something that you needed to do. It was something that You are going to get there, heck or high water, right? You honored the struggle. You continued to move forward. You continued through that stick point in the circle of competence and confidence, and you use your ambition, you use your desire, you use the leaning in on other people to help you continue moving forward. The essence of being successful is that you've stayed committed to doing something. It's all good keeping a promise to yourself when everything is going your way. But when the tables turn, it can be another story. When it gets hard, when things get to be a struggle, commitment is the rock solid integrity that you hold on to and that you stay on top of. You hold on and look for a way to move forward, even when it looks cloudy or it looks hard or it looks hot if you're fanning that flame. You want to keep moving forward and keep going. When you commit to it and eventually becomes part of your merit and your struggle, your passion, your perseverance, when you commit to something, that's when you gain more confidence because you're moving through something hard. And you can look back and say, wow, I made it. And that's going to give you more confidence, and that's going to help you keep going through things. The next one is clarity. And you have to have clarity on where you want to go in life if you're going to keep moving forward. Now, like I said, when you get into that struggle and you need to stay committed to the path and it starts to get cloudy, the smoke starts to billow, right? You have to fan that flame to make it bright again so you can see where you're going. Clarity is about having a clear vision from inside your dream, not on the outside where it still looks blurry and messy and easy, but immerse yourself within your hope and your desire. Fan that flame with that ambition, that hope, that the thing that you're really going for. See it in your mind's eye. Really get crystal clear on it. Envision what's going to happen, what it's going to feel like. An unclear goal will remain just that, unclear, and you'll be uncertain of where you're going and uncertain why you're going, and that commitment will start to go down and the confidence will start to go down and you won't get anywhere. But be certain of what you want and how, and not necessarily how you're going to get there, but know that you will get there. That belief, it takes one step at a time. And when you start to neglect the little things, that's when you stop taking those little steps forward and you start to sit, and that's where people stop, right? And that cross of the struggle. Give yourself some motivational meaning. Adapt where you need to, and every move will bring you closer to that vision, closer to your vision closer to your reality. What you need to see, then believe it, and then feel it, and the clear way will not only open itself up to you, but you'll be able to see everything that you need. God's already given all the things that you need to accomplish this goal. You just need to open your eyes and go see it and do it. Be driven by your purpose, and your vision will unfold, and you'll be there. Clarity precedes competence, right? We talk about that all the time in school. And so when you're crystal clear on what you want, and you can keep moving forward because you have confidence in what you're doing, then it becomes the challenge. Challenges can dim your motivation, make you feel less inspired, and they can eat away your confidence. Step up to them rather than step back from them, though. The greatest things are born from the greatest struggles. Have you ever heard that? The strength is in the struggle. When you can move through something and you can get through it on the other side, that's when the real confidence comes in, because you have won. You have moved forward. You've let your faith take over your fear, and you continue to move forward in a positive way. You can utilize your challenges to build your strength and be illuminated by the inner compass of wisdom and direction. And this is the beautiful thing about trials and struggles. They create a stronger foundation for you to stand on, a greater resilience for you to keep moving forward with. Strength lies in adapting and using each struggle as a stepping stone to your goals. So you can, when I said earlier, you can look at something and it can defeat you, or you can look at something and make it a strength for you. And when you are, fighting for your dreams, when you are choosing to focus on the challenges instead of focusing on the wins that you're going to have because you've moved through those challenges, that changes things so much in your world. So if you're fighting for dreams, if you're fighting for a goal, if you're fighting for something bigger than what you think you can maybe handle, focus on the positive. Focus on building your confidence and the positive things that you're moving forward. Get really clear on what it is that you want to achieve. Honor the struggle. Get moving forward in a way that you're building clarity and that you stay committed. Lean in and build your confidence up by listening to other people who are pouring positivity and belief inside of you, and stay courageous. What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And so when you can really focus on why you were put here on this earth, what God created you for, and what really makes you light up, when you can take that spark and fan it and make it a flame, and then fan it a little more to make a bonfire, of life. You're going to start with ambition and a desire, move forward with attention and effort and building that and fanning that flame, and then lighting up the world by changing your attitude and changing your environment, making a bonfire of life and lighting the lights of other people, light the candles of others, individuals in your life to help them shine too. Motivation is not going to take you everywhere. Motivation is just going to get you started, and it will quickly die out if you don't continue with the rest of these 5 C's and continue to move forward. So this morning, I hope that you are lit up, that you are encouraged and inspired, and that you are ready to keep rocking and rolling in life, that you take this as a fanning of your own flame and you continue to move forward, that you rise up out of your struggles and live your best life, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help inspire you. We're here to help motivate you. You're here to pour belief into you so that you can believe on your own and continue to go forward in a good way. If you liked today's show, if you loved what we talked about today, if you are able to take anything that I said today and put it into action, and you want to learn more about what we're doing here at Choose to Rise, like I said earlier, go to chooseriseup.com. You can find me and all the past episodes on Apple Podcasts and Podbean. And while you're there, make sure you hit subscribe, tell your friends about it, leave a rating and review, and that will help so much with helping other people find Choose to Rise as well. I love to connect with my listeners. I love to be a part of their lives and really help and support them and encourage them. And so if you ever want to chit chat, or if you ever want to get connected, I hope that you do. And so there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. Leaving a rating review is one of them. And thanks so much for listening today. I hope your fire is built, and I hope it's fanned today, and I hope that it spreads in positivity across this world and helps light the fire of other people around you. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you all soon.